Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC. We got a fun one today. That's right. I have a Tkell here to check out. This is the Tkell Pirahna. So haven't had a lot of Tkells here on the channel to review and to check out, but I have actually had a Tkell Pirahna. One of you guys decided you sent me some knives. I forgot, and they sent me a Tkell Pirahna to check out, and they must know I like small little EDC fixed blades, so they thought this might be something I'm interested in. And they thought it was really cool. And I got the opportunity to take a gander at another one. And so I jumped on it, and I am really happy I did because this thing is really pretty cool. So Tkell is doing some really cool stuff. All of their stuff is done very well, highly finished, highly manufactured, and it's done at a reasonably high skill rate. So they do an excellent job on the handle, on that blade, and they do a really fantastic job with a lot of their knives. A lot of their knives are not my design language or my size, but I really like the Piranha. The Piranha is excellent, little three-finger EDC blade. They do have the holes in the handle, so if you did want to put a lanyard on this one, you could. Actually, I was told if I wanted to, I could, but I'm not going to just because this isn't my knife. This is something I passed around that I was able to check it out. This one is in ADCRV2, and they do all the milling on a machine, so all the bevels are done in the milling. I don't know if you could see it, but on the bevels there are little lines going this way on the blade, and that is just basically how it was milled out on a machine. So they're not grinding the bevels, they're milling it all out. That and the swedge, you can see all those little lines in there, and that's not a bad thing. It's just how they manufacture their knives to be able to get so many out for you guys to enjoy. They do a great work on the layer G10 on the handles. Everything fit and finish is done very well. It's nice and smooth. I like the nickel boron titanium coated blade, titanium um, recon distressed finish that they call it on the blade. It's really, really cool. And it protects the steel as well, especially something like ADCRV2, which is a carbon steel. It will do a little bit of protecting on that as well. You have that nice sharpening choil and that choke up position. Um, Obviously, you could put here, but you're always going to handle this blade here, and it's an excellent EDC fixie. This one came exactly like this because the person that I think owns this knife is a smart individual and likes to carry their EDC fixed blades with the nice belt loop. I'm just kidding. But the sheath is done very well. The one I got before, the sheath did not look like this. And the bottom of the sheath was just kind of like glued together, kind of the way that they were doing it back then. I guess it was an early version of their Kydex and what they're doing. But now you have this Kydex, which is almost a taco. Um, they just they have all these different options for which you can carry. I wish this was backwards. I wish the holes were down here and this part was on top of the blade, because then it would give you a better hole position to put the loop. But that's just me. Um, and I can only imagine what this would be with a taco sheath, because then all you're getting is like that much, and it would be a nice small package to do a taco sheath on it. But I understand when you're doing an EDC fixie, trying to give everybody all the options in the world to carry, because you can strap this to the pack. You can carry it pocket dropper with a ulti clip or a clip that you decide. There's so many different ways to do it, and everybody has their own unique and personal way of carrying it. I just have it like this because that's how it was sent to me, and it's preferably how I like to carry on the belt, right side draw, right on the front buckle. So that blade fits in the sheath very well. There's no rattle. It's not going to come out. They have that nice push-off position right here, and you can see how the Kydex is split open right there. that's just because of the pressure. And now it's not there. It's closed up a little bit. So you push it in, it opens, pull it out, it closes up. So nice retention. They did it very well, especially with all the cutouts on the handle that they do. I am interested to know if they're doing that by hand or if they're getting all of their handles seed out. You have Allen wrench hardware, which is interesting that you just use an Allen wrench to unscrew that. It's on one side and then the other side looks like that. So they have these nice rivets that hold everything together on the G10, which is very strong and reliable. And for this blade, you know, it's lightweight, it's small, ready to go. You can neck carry this. It would be a great little neck carry. Throw that in a pack, throw that on your belt, throw it however you want to carry it, but it would be pretty stinking cool. So again, Tkell does some really, really great stuff. Let's look at some size comparisons. I didn't think this through, but this is a small offering. So let's see. The blade length on this one is 2.5 inches. So let's see. Yep. And that 2.5 inches comes right to the back of the sharpening choil. And then from the back of that sharpening choil to here is just a little over 3 inches. And overall, let's see, do they have that listed? Yeah, 5.5 3/4 inches. So it's just a little bit under. Well, let me fix that. Yeah, we're right at 5 3/4, and that's coming all the way back here. But again, it's still just a 3-finger knife. Let's see. How about the Tkell versus the AriesEDC Bloom? How about that? So yeah, we're right about there. About the exact same size of the Kubi Bloom. This is a Kubi Bloom, not an AriesEDC Bloom. Um, here's an AriesEDC Bloom. There you go. Ta-da! So we're roughly about the same size overall. Again, 3 fingers, except I put my lanyard on there. And the Tkell Pirahna would be able to do that as well. How about this versus the Kubi Dust Devil? So obviously the Dust Devil is going to be much longer overall than the Tkell Pirahna. And how about that versus a Rat 2? So obviously the Rat 2 is going to be a little bit longer overall, but that gives you an idea of the size of this. It is very small and compact, which is an excellent for just everyday carry or a backup blade or whatever you decide. Tkell is doing some really great products and some really good things. I am a fan of some of their stuff, but not all of it. A lot of it is very tactical with the hole at the back of it, which I'm not really a fan of. I don't see any use for it personally, but I know a lot of you do. So what do you guys think of that? The Tkell Pirahna. Very, very cool. These drop randomly on the website. I don't know when, where, and how. So you got to go to the website, tkellknives.com, and check out what they are doing and some of their other models that they have. So thank you so much. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for watching. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. That choice is always yours.